Hello, my name is Joshua Appleman. I am a simulation engineering student at Full Sail University Online, and today I will be answering a number of question prompts to show what I know about my degree program. Without further delay, let's get into it. First question: what brought you to your degree program? Originally, Full Sail appealed to me because of the launch box and the focus on emerging technology. I wanted to pursue game development as a medium to tell nonlinear, interactive stories from the perspectives of multiple characters in the same series of events or plotline, placing a heavy focus on player choice and interaction to the overall outcome and available gameplay options. Cause and effect. I was fully enrolled and attending a work conference in Las Vegas, staying at the Venetian when the view outside my window changed everything. I immediately called Full Sail, switched degree programs, and now I am a simulation engineering student. And the reason why may surprise you, but I will share it in this short clip.
Good morning. We got the sunrise started, but before that even happens, it's the moon! Slowly rotating.
I know. You might be saying, okay, what? Understandably so. Bottom line, seeing the sphere outside my window and being confronted with the advancements and capabilities of emerging technology, I started to wonder what is possible? What would I like to do? Which obviously, this went deeper into that. I wanted to fully immerse the user, player, whoever in these worlds, these stories, whatever that I created. I wanted to bring them fully into that world. And conversely, I wanted to take that world and bring it here through fabrication, through 3D modeling, 3D printing fabrication. Take what's in my brain, put it in the simulation, put you in the simulation, take it out of the simulation or the 3D model and bring it here. I wanted all of it. And that was the spark. Seeing the sphere was the spark of that curiosity and that drive and that ability to dream and conceptualize again for the first time in a long time. I was inspired. And I had looked at simulation engineering previously as a wow, that would be really cool to do, but is it for me? Turns out it is. It very, very much is. Moving on. Question two: who is the program director for your degree? That one's an easy one. Rob Cotto. I have not personally interacted with him to date. I have, however, read the article about him and his contributions to Full Sail and emerging technology over a period of 30 years here, which is very impressive. It's a very good read. The link is posted if you would like to check that out. When or if the need arises, I do know how to reach out and get in touch with him through his Full Sail email account following the proper channels. Question three: what is the hardest class and why? Any math, any math, any of it, all the math. The math aspect of the program terrified me. It has been a genuinely long time since I have done any sort of advanced math or calculations, and I have the following to look forward to: pre-calculus, calculus, linear algebra, discrete math, physics, all of it terrifying. Absolutely terrifying. Huge part of the program. Essential. Definitely need to know this, but it also terrified me because it was kind of a reality check. Like if I can't get up to speed, if I can't do these calculations or understand this math, where am I going to go from here? That brings us to question four. What is the plan for succeeding with harder classes, specifically math? Anyone who knows me on any real level knows I don't mess around. I am self aware enough to identify my shortcomings and weaknesses, and I have self motivation to focus my intention fully on resolving those issues before they even have the opportunity to try to slow me down. I get on it. I do not mess around at all. Knowing how crucial math skills were to this program and realizing I needed to revisit things I had learned decades ago. I started doing daily exercises online. I started doing tutorials going through the problems, learning the methods, formulas, the rules. As a developer, engineer, programmer, I want to have a solid core foundation in math. I don't just want to get through the classes and move on through the program and get the degree. I want to develop myself intentionally to be someone who possesses that strong math ability to do these calculations, to understand when they aren't working, how to fix them, and self correct errors in the code based on the math. I want to get to the point where my biggest weakness transitions into my strongest competency. We are moving right along. Question 5. What is the easiest class and why? Easiest classes are the general education, liberal arts, all of the beginning courses, which is not a bad thing. I am doubled up for some of those beginning months with a degree course and a prerequisite math pass fail course. Easier courses do not mean I am going to do the bare minimum and coast by. Anyone who's seen my assignments and presentations in any of these courses can testify to that. Any course with an emphasis on creativity or design is not going to be hard for me. I can easily get into a state of flow when compiling design elements, editing a video, creating a visual presentation, capturing audience interest and excitement. Anything with those elements heavily graded in the rubric will cater directly to my natural skill set and ability. And that makes it easy because I am very confident in my ability to communicate effectively, either verbally, visually, or both. I would not want to do an advanced math course the same month that I'm doing a programming course or learning 3D modeling. Even math is proving easy when I have prepared, studied, practiced the concepts, developed the understanding, and reached a level of competency and confidence in my ability. Question 6. Discuss the type of software needed for a degree. There's a lot. There is a lot. So, obviously, going to be doing programming, so there are a lot of different softwares involved. There are a lot of components to my degree program, from simulation to computer programming to fabrication to microcontrollers to there's a lot. There's a lot going on. So here's a list of what I have found available for the program of different software programs that we will be learning and utilizing throughout the degree. First glance, a lot going on there. Question 7. How can you manage your time for success? What works best for me? Plan of attack, very, very useful. Identifying the large blocks of time I had available on the weekend versus throughout the week when I am working my full-time job, especially when balancing tasks, assignments, and workloads for 2 courses in the same month. Planning was essential. That leads me to the second strategy, which is working ahead when I had the time. So the end of the week, obviously Saturday and Sunday, that's when I have the most time rather than waiting to that time to do the assignments for that week and racing against the clock to meet the deadline. It was a great strategy and relieved a lot of stress to be able to work ahead on the next week during that time block. So I'm actually a week ahead currently in my classes. This is the end of week 2, and I am working on my final assignment for week 3. So I'm ahead of the game. Everything's done on time. This also creates a time buffer, if you will, for the end of the current week. So I'm working ahead actively for the next week. But if something came up and I had to change strategies, I didn't have the time I thought I was going to on the weekend, I still have the end of that week to finish any assignments I wasn't able to complete ahead of time. I find it very useful, very effective. That's how I would prefer to work and perform. It's not always going to be an option. If I'm in a course that does not allow us to work on the next week ahead of time or have access to it, then obviously I can't utilize it for that particular course. But when I do have the option, I am absolutely going to follow that strategy. And that will officially conclude this discussion of the Simulation Engineering Degree Program. I want to thank you for listening, and I'll see you next time.